Hey VC family, how was everyone today? Um, it's afternoon. I missed my, well, I didn't miss, but I got up this morning and thought that I would do a morning video, and I just ended up not doing it. So I just thought I'd do a check-in. Um, we'll, I'll talk a little bit about vinyl in a second, but I'll start off by just kind of talking about what I've been doing today and how I'm feeling in my thoughts. That's how I do this, guys. You know what I'm saying? So today I finally hooked up with the graphic artist who helped me with putting together the Dereck 3 cover, and he gave me some tutorials in using the software that I have to design the cover, and been experimenting with it since I got home, and I'm actually going to need him to come over here and actually kind of take me through it. There's just some things I don't quite understand. I know they're real simple. He made it look easy, but we're using two different programs. But again, what I should be able to do, I should be able to do with my. Anyway, that's what I've been doing today. Um, just still really taking in and processing everything that's been happening, what's going on. Um, I'll tell you what, meeting Rick, it's really taking it in. It's like I wasn't, you never know what to expect with people. And I'll be damned if I've really met a new, really, you know, potentially very, very good friend. It's like, I like my space quite a bit. Rick was only with me for 2 days, and I miss him. And I don't mind saying very honestly that doesn't happen too often. Usually, I am really ready for people to leave when it's time for them to go. And frankly, when it was time for Rick to leave yesterday, it was time for me to get my space back. I was ready for that. Always ready for that. But I miss his presence today already, and again, no offense to anyone, my brother or Kleeman, who stays with me when he's here from Denmark. No offense to him, but I haven't felt like this about anyone in a long time. And that's significant to me. But the other thing that I want to again just reflect a little bit on was how much our conversation kept going into the spirit realm of things. The the humane level. And what's so cool is that it's not like Rick has always been this super deep and cool. He's always been cool, but it's like, I mean, he told me stories and that I could relate to, where it's like you're going through life and you're just doing what is before you, and much of that can be blind, self-destructive, irrelevant, um, not irrelevant, but irreverent. Yes, um, devil may care. Let's go to the edge, see how close before I go over. You know what I'm saying? And so, could really dig how much of where he's coming from is hard learned life lessons, much like what I've learned is about what I've experienced. Which has something to do with why I do still have a little bit of bristliness about people who really hardly know me. Trying to talk to me about how I see things. That is part of getting to know one another, is sharing your thoughts and feelings. I'm not trying to shut that down. I'm just, I just always trying to be clear about why I'm like I am. Yeah, we need to walk a mile in each other's shoes. And Rick is somebody I feel like I understand him and he understands me. And I feel like I can relate to the miles that he's walked. Like, so this is just really kind of uncanny. Maybe it's not uncanny. It's just super cool. This is an unexpected and yet very timely and almost like, well, yeah, well, of course, you know what I'm saying? One chapter ends, a new one opens, certain things stop, and now the area is clear, and now other things are able to appear, and that's exactly what is happening. Once again, I'm a realist in that I don't see this as like, oh, now everything's great now, but it's more like this is, I was able to take steps to move further towards how I've always wanted to live, which is how I've always wanted to live is how I'm living right at this moment, which is it's just so amazing, folks. I may not show any records. I'm just going with my thoughts here because this morning as I got up, I went to bed at a good time last night so I could try to get up. I like the morning, so I did end up getting up like I like to before 9. I got up about 8:30, and I get up earlier when I can. Mornings are special. I hate missing that morning energy. And I had things to do. Trish, I got your Indrima off today in the mail. I usually try to do that right away, and just as you can see, my last few days have been very, very hectic. I did that. I got some unexpected, really, really nice news from the mortgage company. When I paid off my house, there was this, well, since you're paying it off, you get this bonus, and so I just thought that was taken off the top, off of the amount. But no, they actually sent it back to me. I'm gonna keep it to myself. What it was a very nice surprise. Very nice surprise. So again, it's almost like as well as it just being and something that just happened naturally as an occurrence of this transaction I did, the way that it occurred for me has a bit of a magical tone to it, in that it just lets me know that your needs will be provided for. I do the work that I need to do, and everything is going to be fine, even if it's not. That's the way it's supposed to be. And so yeah, I'm living the way I've always wanted to live, not like I didn't before, but being free of the 9 to 5. Bless you all that are still working, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that some of you love it, and then some of you would like to join me, and I hope that you can when you can. And I hope I don't have to ever return to the 9 to 5, not like I did it before, not like that. Returning to a job if necessary is fine, but no, this is the way I want to live. The purpose of life is not to work. That is something we chose. I mean, it's part of how we chose to operate as a societies and make things work when we discovered how to not necessarily manipulate, but how to work with the earth and the resources around us, and how that led to barter, and then the market and all that. Brilliant developments over the eons of mankind. But we're at a point now where okay, I don't want to get sidetracked, but so it's a wonderful way that we have built this life, which allows us to have these things. I mean, these records and this computer, and I mean, it's all a result of this. But believe me, I'm glad that I am at this point free from having to wear that yoke, so that I can just go from day to day. So frankly, the only thing that I've played in the last 24 hours is I've played this several times. I forgot how much I like this. I've also been kind of musing how I've sold some of the records I like the most, kept others that meant less. Seems kind of perverse. This was one that I sold, and then I got it back. Side 2 has always been just, I love side 2. The whole side 2, it's like it's just all the way. I like side 1, but side 2 to me, with the thin wall, starting with the thin wall, it's really kicking it in. And by the time they get to the last song, Your Name has slipped my mind again. That's right, I forgot. This is produced and engineered by Connie Plank, mixed at his studio. You know, I met the guy that bought Connie's studio when I was on tour in Germany. Went to the guy's birthday party. No wonder this sounds so killer. I mean, as well as the band, but you know what I mean? There is a slight datedness to it because of the way they use the electronic percussion and things, but overall, it's a stellar production. Man, it sings on the stereo. I'm gonna pop it back on because it's right on my turntable. I'm just digging it so much. Not sure what else to say, you know. Yeah, really in a really reflective mode here. Just what's gone down. Oh, here's one thing I do want to share. It's like, you know, the VC, literally was started here on YouTube, and it's continuing here. Because of the way that I'm doing things, I am again at a point where I'm really having to pick and choose videos because I'm just not feeling like sitting here very long to watch. But what I want to say is the Facebook YouTube vinyl community is real active and it's real immediate, and I really like that. And so I go there a lot too, and I like how it's interactive and real immediate. You know, I love making videos, but the Facebook thing is really happening. I think it's great. I really do. There's a lot of interaction going on there, and it's real time, and I love that. So what I'm saying is that while there will be many videos that I'll get behind on seeing, may not see, you know, I'm there on you. I'm on Facebook on and off a lot, and so I'm in contact in that way. I also want to encourage you folks, if you know, to become friends with me on Facebook. You know, Dereck Higgins. There's a whole lot of pictures from this last weekend on my page if you'd like to see what's been going on. I really encourage you. The pictures show it all. It was just freaking fantastic, you know. Moshing in the pit like the old days, you know what I'm saying? Big smiles on everybody's faces. Grown-ass women in the pit with the guys. A love dance. That's what the pit is about, you know. Even the ones that were on the verge of heavy violence, it was always a love dance from my point of view. I mean, of course, there's been scenes where things would get edgy because of drugs and aggro and all sorts of other things, but ultimately, the mosh pit is a love dance, or that's how I see it. And that was what was so cool, you know, to find out all this shit about this prime punk rock, you know, living legend that it's always been, and has gotten even more spiritual for him as he's gotten older. But I'll tell you, some of the stories that he has told me that he needs to tell you, boy, he's told me some wild ass stories, you know, crazy times, you know. Man, you know, imagine being on the bill with Blondie, Devo, and the Germs. Yeah. He said that was the Adolescents' debut gig, I guess, in Hollywood. And he said it was. He said it was a mind-blowing night. God, you know, that's just one among... God, he just had I love stories. Okay. I'm going to stop here, guys. Love you all. Love you all. Be well.